6 ways I make money with real estate investing. The best way to sleep at night and sleep really well about your financial future is to have multiple sources of wealth building and multiple sources of cash flow coming in. Over the years, I've built up 6 different ways using real estate that either put money in my pocket or grow my net worth systematically every single month. So I'd like to show you a few of these and go through these 6 different ways to have real estate make money or help grow your wealth. Number 1, and this is where a lot of people get started, it's called wholesaling. The idea of wholesaling is finding a deal, putting it under contract, and selling that deal to someone else. The great things about it is you don't have to go get a loan. You don't have to take on risk because you only go under contract and you find a new buyer. And if you can't, you remove yourself from the contract. Now there's a process and there's a lot to do about this, but wholesaling is my number 1 way. Number 2 is flips. This is fix and flips where you're fixing the property up and you're flipping the property. Now in most cases, you're taking on some more risk because you're typically getting a loan, but you're also typically making a higher profit margin. So fix and flips is kind of the second thing people get into as a real estate investing. Number 3 is rental properties. Now these aren't in any order of priority. Rental properties are one of the best things I have when I'm dealing with cash flow and bringing in cash flow every single month consistently. The idea here is you buy a property, it goes up in value, the tenant pays down your loan each month, growing your equity position in the property. Also, rents go up, prices go up, and over time, we see this property being able to depreciate and have some tax benefits. So that's another way. The next way I want to talk about here, number 4, is hard money lending. Hard money lending is short-term lending to people who are doing fix and flips or doing real estate investments. And so I do a lot of hard money lending where I lend money short term to somebody that wants to buy a property and fix a property up. And once that's done and sold, then they pay me back. A dirty little secret most people don't realize is banks can't lend on properties that are in need of work. So it has to be someone that's a hard money lender. So if someone's looking to buy a property or a seller has a property, they're going to either have to pay to fix the property up themselves or sell it to somebody that's getting a hard money loan or paying cash. Next one I want to talk about here is commercial property. Commercial property has a lot of pros and cons, and there's a lot of different ways to invest in commercial property. You can outright own commercial property, which I own multiple commercial properties, or you can joint venture and be an equity partner. You can be a part of a bigger deal, which I have done as well, where I'm putting up the money and I am getting a certain return and a certain portion of profits as time goes on. There's typically a sponsor and there's going to be general partners and limited partners, and you can participate in a limited partner basis as well. And there's some great options in doing that bring in cash flow, and there's some great options that bring in some appreciation or some growth. That's the goal with most of these. Number 6 is going to be REITs. Now, REITs are actually stock traded real estate trusts where there's actually real estate investments that can help you get some broader exposure to the open market. This is something I've done a little bit, but not a lot. This is my least used strategy, but it's one of the easiest ones to get started in if you want to get to the real estate exposure. For me, I do a lot more with the commercial, doing limited partnerships or owning the commercial myself than I do with the REITs, but it's also a great strategy. Just to recap on all of these, we've got wholesaling, flips, rentals, hard money lending, commercial properties, and REITs. So one of the things that you've really got to understand as you're dealing with any of these properties, the wholesales, the flips, is your average profit on how much you should be making. I've put a video together on what are the average profits on flips when you're flipping a house, and I'll give you the numbers I've seen for the past few hundred deals I've been involved with, how you can calculate your profits, and the most common mistakes people make when estimating profits. So if you're interested in doing any of those flips, make sure you take a look at the video on the screen now so that you can get a great idea of the average profit when you flip a house and so much more. Click on that link now and make it a very profitable day.